Hi guys, Blitzko here. In today's video, I'm at Taffington Boathouse and I'm going to transform it into a fortified compound for me and a few settlers. Let's get into it. I always like building here and I need somewhere that I can call home. This might be perfect. Starting out, I'm going to get the area tidied up and then we can get to building. Whenever I build here, I never really know how to fill in the broken roof area. So what I ended up doing was taking some of the airplane debris and making a sort of like a wind power thing to give us some power. Obviously it doesn't give the other power in game, but I will be using various generators and stuff to actually give the power to the settlement. I do need to kind of fill in the roof a little. And just like that, we have our roof covered. Looks a bit better now. Right, I want to kind of fix this porchway. So I'm going to use possibly these up to the right angle. Yeah, they are. Not perfect, but you're not going to be looking too much into that. That will cover the brokenness of the porch. I think it's time that we secure up this front porch a bit as well, so I'm going to use the new shack walls mod to put in some very basic reinforcements on here. I'm just going to sort of line it up with the existing pieces, and since this isn't going to be perfect, I am going to like slightly overlap stuff as well, which shouldn't be that big of an issue. I want it to be fairly open, so we'll see how it kind of fits along here. I'll just pull this one across as well. That goes into there, and I'll put some junk walls across the bottom. This one, yeah, and I'll pull that across and pull it down, just like that. So that front piece is covered. I will go around the rest. Porch is now looking nicely fortified. I've got a bunch of different junk walls and random bits of like mesh and stuff on the front here. We come in fully secure now. Got the two doors, got one there and one there. And we come round, this side is also covered. The porch is all done now, so I've added another doorway here. I'm planning on doing something out the front, and as we come in, I've kind of expanded around, put a roof all the way around here, and we've got a little walkway here which will give us a nice little view of what we've got on this side. But I did like change the scale of various pieces to kind of break up the shape. As we come around, we've got just a lot of wood stuff tucked in to kind of make it look nicely fortified. So next up, I want to do some stuff on the inside. For the ground floor, I'm going to use the kitchen area to make a workshop. So I'm just going to throw down a few different of the standard workshops. It is going through the floor, even though I've got surface snap turned on. I'll just have to readjust this manually. There we go, and we'll put in the weapons one as well. We'll go with this one, and I want to fill this place up with like shelves of supplies and stuff. So what I want to do is go into DIY and grab a few different shelves. I want pre-war, I want post-war stuff. I'm just gonna do a bunch of these and get those stacked up. Yeah, this will definitely work. We've got a whole bunch of shelving and various carts and tables lying around. Loads of stock. Nobody's gonna cause any trouble when they're in here. And then on the other side we've got a small chem lab. will end up adding some additional bits to this. I think the workshop for now is ready, and we'll do the meeting area next. For this meeting room, I'm going to make my own custom little table using the coffee table that has been scaled up just as a base. The chairs should fit under here, so I'm just going to get them sort of where I want, make sure my height's all right. That should be fine. And I'm going to use some cinder blocks. I believe we do have some that should work. Surface snap, and what I'll do is use this, kind of judge how it will work. If you want any sneak peeks for builds, why not head over to the Discord server? You'll find the link in the description. We want a couple of chairs around here. Don't want them to all be the same chairs. We are just like scavenging them round from the wasteland. That'll work. Right, I need to fill in this, and I want a big boss chair here. So we'll get that in and see where we're at. After a bit of like messing around, I figured out how to make this table work, but we still have the coffee table underneath, but I added a bunch of the supports and added some plywood to the top, and overall this turned out quite nice. And I did add a bunch of extra decorations around the place, and I made a pretty simple big box chair, and there's a little desk in the corner for somebody to actually like take notes, and got a plan for the little alcove there. But this office meeting room area pretty much good to go now. Next up, I want to do a bit of a farming area out the front here, so I'm going to keep it fairly simple. I'm going to use some of these farm plots, and I'm going to place them down either side of this entryway. I'm going to turn off surface snap just so I can kind of line this up a bit better. And I will put the like pathways in so it's not like walking through all the mud. If you're enjoying the video so far, guys, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. It really helps the channel out a lot. This should work pretty well. Give us a decent area to actually work with for just some basic crops. Of the bridges, we're going to sink these in nice and low. And I'm going to box the front in, so there's going to be like a gate at the front, and this section here is going to be separate. Got an idea for what I want to do with the little boathouse, but let's just throw up some walls. That's some pretty basic walls around the front area here. I'm going to put in some watchtower type of structures at the front so the guards can be on the lookout just here, and I will try and fit one in on top of this section on the side, so we'll just be straight back with that. Just as a quick little guard tower, I think this turned out quite cool, and I decided, since we've got this funny little lightning rod thing on the top, that I would put the power straight back into the building. I'm going to do another tower on this side now. This G2M guard post fit lovely on this corner, so it also changed up like the profile of the actual wall, but I did have to change my little pathway underneath. Still looks quite cool. Although we'll get some guards situated up here, come on that side, and then we'll have something just like filling in this side area here. For the area just behind the boathouse, I figured I would use this entranceway to create a small shooting range. This is where the settlers can come in and get their practice in. I'm going to finish up some interior decorations and we will be back with the final tour after that. And just like that, the compound is completed. So on the outside, we have our 2 guards stationed. I did add a caravan post to the outside, just decorated it up with a few extra shelves and things like that. And as we come through this door, we do welcome the traders in here, although most of what we have are just crops. But we do have a decent amount of like weapons and stuff that we can manufacture while we're in here. So we have plenty of corn here, and on the other side we do have the potato plants. So we'll just come up into this first guard tower. Not a very fancy guard tower, just a guy watching out over the road for us. And on the other side, he's just watching up the hill to, I believe it's Coastal Cottage up that way. And if we come through, so the front of the porch is just kind of used for storage, so it's got different garden supplies, different stuff for construction. And if we come around, we've got just some stuff that is used for the different settlers. So we've got stuff that's been raided from different vaults, and got quite a little bit of artiness with our settlers. So we do have a boat here. We do have a bigger boat, but that is somewhere else at the moment, picking up supplies. We'll continue round. And the place is still under construction, so you will see various construction materials. So I've just bolted up these windows while we're here. And as we come around this corner, we have our outside kitchen area. So this is where all of the food is prepared. Fairly well stocked. And in the little boathouse, we do have a bunch of supplies that we do send out elsewhere. And we'll come around and we'll go to the shooting range. We've got a few weapons along the wall here. This is just to keep the settlers like in good form. You can stand here to watch people at the shooting range. Plenty of targets and stuff on the inside. And this guy's in charge of that. It looks very serious. I think I've missed my training or something. Alright, we're going to go into the house now. So we'll just come around here. And we'll go through the front door. And this is our like meeting room. We've got a guy making sure everybody is who they say they are. This is where we will discuss things regarding the settlement. In the back corner here, we do have some stuff from the sanctuary house, and we've got some supplies on the shelf here. And our note taker has a very cramped desk, apparently. And in the little offshoot here, we do have a very small clinic where one of our settlers will be able to do any repairs to you if anything bad happens to you. And then we've got our chem lab, getting all the different like chems that we want and need to make sure everyone is able to keep well. And then on the other side we have our weapons and armor workshop. So plenty of supplies in here, plenty of ammo, various guns, and we've got the manuals on the shelf there. We've got tools just kind of thrown everywhere. I'm going to move upstairs now. It is 2 shared bedrooms up here. So we've got the first bedroom that has room for 6 settlers. So this is fairly like vastly decorated, but just enough to look after these settlers in here. And then in the other bedroom we do have like a couple of beds in here for a little bit of storage. But that's going to wrap it up for this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.